Hello, everybody. This is Pierre Gerudi, and tonight I'm going to answer one of the questions sent from one of my fans to the social media. As you can see behind me on the whiteboard, the question is: did pandemic push out the fashion influencers? Well, in the short answer is no. Is it disrupted? But no, it's not completely they're gone. Some of them they may not come back. That's for sure. But some of them they will try to come back and they're gonna try to adapt themselves to the new situation. For right now, they are not relevant to the situation in everybody's life. Why? Because everybody is in the isolated. There's been locked in the houses and flats and apartment. So they're talking about the fashion is not what it used to be because people struggling to get they lost the job to get the groceries. They have to, if they have kids, they have to teach their kids, and they're worried about the future jobs. They're trying to file for unemployment or universal credit in UK. So it's quite different. It's not the same way what it used to do. Actually, the whole thing started first by blogging on the internet. First was the technology bloggers, then bit by bit became news blogging, and then the whole thing spread out. Eventually, cut the fashion industry, and people start writing and putting some pictures, and then it upgraded to the Instagram and then YouTube. Instagram and YouTube is completely two different platforms, so they operate completely two differently. Therefore, is the fashion influencers, is the market, is the matured or is in the middle or is not really not everywhere? Well, technology will tell that. Technology will soon will tell that when this thing gonna end with a new technology, new different type of social media, and the technology will decide what's going to happen. Actually, you know that influencers are paid through the sponsorship and the discount and the other perks they get through the mail. And but in YouTube is completely a bit different. In YouTube they have affiliation. They get paid by also YouTube in terms of ads, or they get directly ads in their own video, which is completely different ballgame than the other social media. So what the social media is supposed to do? Well, as I said before, they're not their lifestyle, what they used to preach, is not really relevant to the audiences they have. So the audiences, they like themselves, everybody's in the house, everybody's in the flat, and they're locked down, they're isolated. So it's not gonna work the same way. And so if you are influencers or like everybody else, you are disinfecting with the bleach your doorknobs or door handles, and you're constantly disinfecting other areas in your place. You have to schedule to go to grocery shopping, and they have to keep the social distancing, and they also have to wear the mask, and you're worried about your future job, you are filing for unemployment and things like that. These are happening. But what you can do, what you can become an authentic and genuine by relating what's happening in your life directly to the audience, because the audience having the similar problem. So that way you will be able to connect it. You could be relevant to the lifestyle, and you can give your advice. You can talk about how it used to be and what the future holds for them. That way you can start talking to your audience, and then you can be relate to the situation because you are in the same way as they are. But in general, I have to add to that this thing is gonna continue for up to a year and a half to 2 years till finally we get the vaccine, and vaccine will kill the virus. but it seems we're going to get another wave of virus coming back in the winter, like influenza. So we have no idea. Different scientists, they predicting different scenario, but in general we have to keep the social distancing, we have to wear the mask, and hopefully the economy will open bit by bit, sector by sector, through the different phases, and things will go back at least percentage wise to normality. Till we get really to new normal, it's gonna take a while, maybe a year and a half or 2 years, till things really go back to the normal. What the future is going to hold for the fashion influencer is going to be the technology. With technology, we're going to have avatar, we are going to have virtual reality, mixed reality, augmented reality, and some other thing is not yet there. It's eventually going to be there. We are just at the beginning, so it's going to take a while. I assume about between about 3, 4, 5 years. This pandemic delayed a lot of this advancement in technology. So eventually, in 5, 6 years, the thing's gonna happen, and we're going to have completely different social media, and the influencing way we used to do is gonna change. And right now, everybody's busy. I mean, I'm very busy myself. I used to put the video on my social media and of my fashion creation. Now I'm talking about the different issues which my audience send me a question. I'm answering the question. I'm trying to add information to their life. I'm trying to add value to everybody's life, of course to my own life as well, because I'm learning as well as everybody else. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching and listening. And please, if you have a chance, like it, share it, subscribe it, and leave a comments. The comments, you could be you have any question, you have any remarks, any suggestion, or any critics, or you have anything at all. I will try to respond to everybody. Thank you again, and good night, and see you tomorrow. Bye.